So when I was in my sophomore year of high school, I was a swimmer, and in one of the events which I won first place at, as soon as I got out of the pool, I was commented for swimming good for a girl. So for me, the term like a girl is kind of insulting when it shouldn't be because I'm a girl.
So I was in cross country, and whenever one of the boys in my team would run funny or run slow, my coach would make the comment, "Stop running like a girl."
In Doing Gender by Western Zimmerman, they say how gender is an achieved status that we construct through psychological, cultural, and social means. This is not something we are born with, but something we adopt. We practice gender to conform to society's expectations. This involves repressing natural human tendencies to conform to our specified genders. Boys are taught not to express their emotions, and that if they embody female characteristics such as being over-emotional or crying, they are looked down on in society. In Martin's study of becoming a gendered body, she saw in preschools that teachers placed more restrictions on girls' actions while allowing boys more freedom. In our social media, girls are pressured into a certain standard of beauty. Growing up, I did ballet and was constantly pushed into being as skinny and as perfect as possible. It is not natural to force men and women into these gender norms, but they should be allowed to be themselves and not what society wants them to be.
Within my family, I was always tagged with the responsibility of my two younger siblings, and since I'm a girl, I had to learn how to do girl things and also know how to take care of them. So I had to do the laundry, I had to do the dishes, I had to make my own food, I had to learn how to do everything that an older sibling has to do, but also within the restraints of being a girl. Also, because I'm a girl, I had to be put into a place where in a sexist view. So I can't wear certain clothes because it looks slutty, or I can't do certain sports because I'm a girl and I would get hurt, or I can't do this because or else I would always be outnumbered by guy counterparts. And you may ask yourself by Dalton Conley, patriarchy is defined as nearly universal system involving the subordination of femininity to masculinity. My parents were unaware that they had categorized me under that statement and that they have basically labeled me as under a patriarchal society where I am no greater than a guy counterpart. So basically my dad would have all the power and I wouldn't. And to me it wasn't fair because I have potential to be better than, let's say, a guy, because I'm my own person, and it wasn't fair that basically just because I'm a girl I couldn't match up to everybody else.
So to me it's kind of unnatural to automatically assume that everyone falls into one category. So if a girl does slightly boyish things, she's not automatically a tomboy because she can just as easily wear dresses and wear makeup and enjoy doing all of that, and that's just what makes her her. Or a man can enjoy wearing makeup or can use girly soaps, and that doesn't make him any less of a man.
Okay, as the youngest in my family, I noticed how gender played a major role. And I grew up in Arizona with my older sister and my older brother. And I noticed how males tend to have a more physical work compared to my mom and my sister. For example, my brother and I and my dad, we would have to simply throw out the trash, or even simply cut down trees or take out weed out in the backyard. And I noticed how this connects to the film Tough Guys too, and how society creates an image of the definition of a man. And if you don't fit that definition, you're considered as someone that's gay, someone who's a pussy, or even a fag. And I noticed how society, everyone wants to be this kind of image, but I noticed how you don't have to be constantly wearing different masks every day, and you just have to accept the fact that you're different from everyone else. And you just have to know that everyone has to accept for who you are, and that's how gender plays a major role in my life. And how I just had to learn that everyone just has to accept the fact that everyone's a little bit different.
When talking about gender dominance, personally I've always seen it as guys being the more dominant gender. Biologically, the male sex develops to become generally stronger, faster, and suffer than that of the female sex. Intellectually, men dominate the scientific community. Why I say this is because society has a tendency to favor men. From my experience, I can personally say, however, that females are capable of reaching an equal standing as that of males. Regarding who's athletically gifted, it may be true that males have an advantage, but females are highly capable of playing with the boys. My own sister, despite being pretty girly, is one of the toughest, most physically gifted people I know, even surpassing all my brothers and I. And there are 4 of us, and we all have done volleyball and track sprints on the varsity, collegiate, and professional level. So being a female definitely does not mean they are not capable of achieving higher physical capabilities than that of males. When it comes to who's smarter, I've seen females to be slightly stronger in this aspect. In my experience with accelerated vector programs, statistically females overpass the males in this regard. Some of the smartest people I know are more often females than males, and a few of them are presidential scholars with perfect GPAs or they have perfect SAT, ACT scores. Essentially, females versus males, both genders can be equal in different aspects. I view both genders as more equal than not, with males having the slight edge due to biological differences. Personally, I also think that our society has ingrained the concept into our minds that males are overall better than females, but we have history and facts to contradict this.